Only look back for the lessons that you can take. Right now, we are 3 days away from going into another period of having to be at home more than we would like to. And the only reason that I want to look back at the first time we got locked down is to look at what lessons I can take. To look back and look at what worked, to look at what went well, and also to look at what didn't work and what didn't go well, so that I can take the lessons from that and take this into the next period of lockdown. Rather than looking back over our shoulder and beating ourselves up about all the things that we wish we'd done, I'm looking back, and I think it's more powerful to look back and take the lessons, to look for the lessons that we can take and apply into this coming lockdown. So the type of things that worked during the previous lockdown were things that helped me to feel better, and that was reaching out and staying in contact with people. It was making sure that I was getting some kind of fresh air every day. It was not putting so much pressure on myself to have to be doing something with all this extra time that we had, because that stuff's tiring. To constantly be chasing your own tail and feel like you have to be using up every single available second to you. Yes, we were given a lot more time to improve things. It did give us a lot more time to reflect. It gave us so much more time to really gauge and, I guess, reassess everything in your life. Because suddenly we had all this extra time being at home, being locked down, to actually take stock and go, actually, that commute that I've been doing for the last 2-3 months, years or whatever, I don't actually enjoy that. I don't want to go back to it. Or that job that I was furloughed on or for, I don't actually want to continue doing that. Those kind of things cropped up for many, many people. And it's about looking back to learn the lessons, to see what lessons we can take, because they weren't mistakes. They were just lessons. There's a lesson to be learned from everything, all right? And in this case, lockdown number 1, there were many lessons, and I'm carrying those through in both my personal life and in my business life. So personally, it's, as I've said, it's about staying active, it's about being connected, it's about being kinder to myself. And the same goes really for the business, for MPRS that I run. Don't even know the name of my own company. MPRS, whereby what really worked was to keep people connected, to help people to feel supported through this, because we're all going to get through this. In terms of the second lockdown, we're all going to have mood swings, and we're all going to have those highs and lows. No matter who you are, you're going to feel it. It's going to have an impact on you. It's going to have an impact on your physical and mental health, right? So a problem shared is a problem halved and all that. So imagine if you share that problem with more than one person. Imagine if you reach out to more than one person. Imagine if you are part of a group where everyone's like-minded and they're there to support you and cheer you on. And we're all in the same boat. We're all pushing in the same direction of wanting to feel fitter, healthier, and happier, and have that time away, whether that's physically or mentally, that time away from everything else that's going on. Which is why I have been spending the last couple of days creating a battle plan for my warriors, for my Running Fit crew, because it's that important that we continue to support the physical and mental health of the people in my community. I have a moral obligation to do that because I've got the skills, I've got the knowledge and the wisdom and the experience to do it, because I've done it with lots and lots of people already. So the fact that I can, in this case, means that I will. I'm morally obliged to take the lessons that we learned from the first lockdown and apply those lessons so that we offer an even better experience, so that we make you feel even more supported, even more safer, even more at ease, and even more like you feel that you belong, so that you can get the best out of our programs that we run. So whether you're running one of our 21-day challenges, whether you're with us in the longer term, we have a battle plan for you right now. And that battle plan is basically to help you to have that structure. Because one thing that a lot of people found very difficult in lockdown number 1 was the lack of structure. Suddenly everything was kind of thrown in. It was like a one-pot wonder. You had working from home, you had looking after the kids, you had running the house, you had a business to run, all from the same place. And it was really difficult to hold down any kind of routine, which is why we have designed our battle plan so that you have a better chance of having structure and routine in your weekly life, because we're creatures of habit, we're creatures of routine. We like routines as human beings, and it just saves you so much time, money, and energy in the long term if you do have routine. So we've implemented that by over delivering in terms of yes, the sessions and everything that you're going to have access to, but also in terms of just staying in touch with you. It's so important that you feel supported throughout this for the next 4 weeks and beyond. Because once you have that routine, once you feel like you belong to something, once you feel that you have the backing of a group of people who are just like you, who want to improve their health and fitness, who want to come out of lockdown feeling better, not feeling like, they've gone backwards a few steps, even more than, say, the lockdown number 1 took them, then that's why they come to us. That's why they come to MPRS. I keep saying it far too quickly. That's why they come to us, because it's more than just about exercising. It's more about creating a community that will help us all get through this, and this community happens to do exercise classes as well, okay? So yeah, when you're looking back, the only reason I think you should be looking back over your shoulder at what has happened is not to pick and beat yourself up about all the things that you wish you'd done. It's actually to look back and look at the lessons, the valuable lessons of things that actually happened, and see what you can apply going forwards.